Hey, what's up guys? It's Lukas, Kasper here again. Behind me, you can see a few of these little random shapes on this wall that I painted here. This was a tutorial from the last video that I created. If you want to learn how to paint this, like just these simple techniques, feel free to flick over and check that one out. Because through these, you really do learn like the fundamentals on how to get clean lines and to just tighten up your work. I'm going to use all those techniques that I painted in this, implement them into an actual artwork, make it look a little weird, a little trippy. It's probably the easiest one to cover up. So I'll bring a camera over there and we'll have a little paint, sketch it up just like a pencil. So we've got an eyeball. We'll go nice and big with this. Just like a pencil. The thing is, I got this star here. I'm gonna use that just because it's there and I don't want to have to paint over it, to be honest. I'm being lazy. But I'll try to implement that into the design. It's the bottom of the eye. I'll chuck a pupil here. And let's do a flower. Of course, this is sort of straight. It has like straight sections. I will do straight sections up here too, as well as rounded. I'll put some teeth on him. One line at a time, always letting go. Overlap in areas because you're going to paint over it anyway. This will be his teeth. I'll chuck some bottom gums on him. It's basically just going to be like a floating half of a head. It'll be more abstract than anything else. Another flower down here. And then let's complement that star design. Maybe go straight over the top. And that's the thing with like graffiti and sketching or street art or whatever. It's not, you know, whenever you're implementing in spray paint with these type of things, it is a very like sketch heavy process. Sometimes people forget that. And they do one line and they think that's enough. Like, I could say this is too low, you know, so just sketch up higher. Like, it can get confusing. You get used to it when you start spray painting, but, you know, adjust your lines as you go. Don't just like stick to one and go, that's it. From here, you know, you can learn a little bit about filling. I'm going to chuck a mask on so I don't stick myself out because I've already done that because I had to talk through all these other techniques. We're going to create areas and then we're just going to block them in. And for this type of section of the painting, I would suggest usually to chuck on like a fatter cap. This is way too skinny for what I'm doing, but to be honest, I couldn't be bothered just going over and transferring over to another cap. So we'll stick to this. Another thing that's like cool to note is this is all done with 3 colors. So if you want to experiment, you can do some pretty sweet experiments with a simple color base. You don't need a million colors to make something up. I'll switch to my other color. I'm going to start outlining this thing and then, you know, we can start adding in those things like cutbacks, fading and all that type of stuff to really bring it to life. And a cool thing here to show you with outline is what I'll do is I'll do a single line to begin with and then I'll show you how I create my line width and how it really affects the artwork. A really good example would be the flower on the right here. I can start with one single line like this, go around the whole thing. and it won't really look that clean, punchy, effective. So what I do is I use like different line widths. So I'm going to picture all the thick areas are at the beginning and the thin areas are at the bottom. It's also still quite messy on this wall, so it won't look as good as it could, but you get an idea. Once again, thin line, boring, thicken it up. Not only will this like stylize your work, but you can also cover up imperfections as you go. It makes it actually so much easier for you because, you know, if you're doing a line like this and it goes too low or whatever, if you stick to that line, it'd be a bit of a bummer. But, you know, if you have another go at it, another passing, you can really clean things up. For this, it doesn't matter because I'm actually going to fill that in anyway, but for the star, you know, there's a bit of overspray here, but I can use that second passing to cover that stuff up and to also make it look better at the exact same time. And at this point, everything's starting to look like pretty flat, but the techniques coming up are the things that make it pop, bring it to life. Similar to this, you know, this is sort of coming off the wall a little bit. We'll do the same thing. So let's use some of those techniques we learnt in the last one. Shapes in shapes. Tends to look quite nice. And this will look pretty boring for quite a while, but that's what's cool about these techniques that I'll show you is like, maybe you have your own characters that are like a little flat or something. And these techniques that I've learned, it's from like a series of both, you know, spray painting techniques as well as like airbrushing and painting in my studio and all these different types of things. So maybe you can think of like a unique way to bringing your characters or your artwork to life as well. And now it's really time to start adding some stuff to bring up certain sections, highlights, and all that fun technique-based work. I'm gonna start with an eyeball just to bring him to life to begin with. So a big mist in the middle, like that. Nothing crazy, you can do it without looking if you really feel confident. And then we wanna chuck an eyeball on him, so let's put a big pupil right in the middle. So he starts looking at you. But like I said in the last video, the whites in the eyes are really important. So let's chuck a big white here and a small one there. He starts looking at you. Really bring him to life. And now I'm going to start doing all these highlights and areas to just sort of start livening it up a little bit. Bit of fading. So this is when I can tie those stars in. I don't want to, I'd prefer it just to sit on its own, but it's not a masterpiece. It'll just make it at least look like the stars are supposed to be there. Same thing with this star here. I want this star to sit over the top of him. Flowers are over the top. And then from here, you know, you can start adding in different styles here and there. I quite like spirals. I find they can be pretty fun in different areas. If you're wondering how I'm doing this with the cap too, holding lightly. Just hold light. It's incredible what you can do with just one single cap. Now let's add some movement. Stars here have that fade to, you know, make it look a bit loose. So let's just continue that around and let's add a few dots to increase that movement. A little technique for creating movement with dots, small to big. Two big ones around areas that I did the fades. Now that we have our big ones, we'll start moving to smaller. Yep, that's it. Little monster guy, trippy. It's got the stars implemented in with the last piece there. These are just random colors too. I never use these colors, so I thought this was just a good opportunity to get rid of this paint. I found a lot of you guys are getting a bunch out of these tutorials, so if you keep watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, doing all that good stuff, I'll keep making them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you on the next one.